A slasher flick. A slasher flick.
Stop it. What's up, everybody? Today we just finished watching Girl House, which is a slasher flick for the digital age.
Welcome to Girl House, sweetie.
So, like, hundreds of guys are watching us right now.
Thousands at any given moment.
Dude, I know that girl. You know this creature.
7 or 8 girls living in a house together. They're all cam girls. One of their viewers feels spurned and comes to the house and murders them all.
Yes, it's set as a very classic slasher flick, but it actually takes its time. A movie like this, you would figure that the killer would be there and it's just them killing the whole movie. It takes like time to progress this guy's mental state because you do see who he is. He does have a face, he is a person. You do get to have a sense of how disturbed he is before he actually goes and does anything. Because it's about 45 minutes it takes before stuff actually gets rolling with this character.
Sorry, lover boy. Just missed me. You really are a pathetic freak.
They are cam girls that are in this state-of-the-art, it's basically like a Playboy mansion where they're not necessarily porn stars. They're just there to, you know, if they feel like stripping, they strip, they get views or whatever, and that's how it operates.
Right.
So it's kind of like a co-ed dorm with these girls that just happen to strip and get paid.
And, you know, as the website owner feels the need to say, they pride themselves on the security and the fact that they cannot be found. So if a hacker tries to hack in, they usually can't find them because they, you know, have these ring arounds that take them to other places or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a very top secret place. Girls do bring guys over to have sex with them. If they do have sex with them, the guys are blindfolded as they bring them in. So
yes,
they don't
know where it is. And there's security guards. There's a security guard, and there's also a separate building that has a team of these hackers that are doing internet coding and security for them.
Right. So, you know, they do mention that, and it does play a large role into the plot of the movie.
Have you been on the internet lately? Porn is not what it used to be. I mean, it's totally different now. It's mainstream and accepted. There's no stigma. Nobody cares.
I think it was, you know, it was pretty well acted for what it was.
You know what? This movie was a lot better than it had any right being. I thought this was going to be a stupid whatever. They're using the computers and they're going to watch and kill them. But, like, this was actually done very well. Because, I mean, the killer eventually gets access of the control for this entire building. He knows where they are on the camera. He knows where they are. He knows how to lock the doors and lock the windows. And he controls the whole building. But they do it in such an interesting way that, like, when she kind of has the same ability, so they're kind of playing like this game where they're trying to find out where they are in this house by these cameras, and they're locking each other out of certain places.
I know what you're thinking. You're saying, hey, it's the digital age. They have cell phones and internet. That's where it kicks in. Because while the guy did put all the feeds live so that the whole world can see, he blocked their cell phone access. He blocked the girl's cell phone access so they can't call out, they can't get calls in. And he blocked their email access so they can't email.
Yep, so you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit for that because that's a little crazy.
No. Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Turn around.
Everyone can see that this is a live broadcast over the internet. So as this guy is killing these people, they do show people in Tokyo and other businessmen. They show people in other places that know about this website.
And they show their reactions. And, I mean, you don't see them trying to get help, but I'm sure they try to get help. And one of the guys in the movie calls 911. And, you know, as this house is top secret and prides itself on security, 911 goes, well, where's the house located? And the guy has no answer, so 911's like, well, how can we help if we don't know where they are? If we don't know
where, acting like they can't trace someone's IP address for fucking...
There are some plot holes, but what movie doesn't have plot holes?
Yeah, but I mean, it's very... The pacing is good. The characters are actually very interesting. You know, we noticed something when they first met the girls. We were like, you know what? All these girls actually have character to them.
Yeah.
They're usually in a movie like this when they have a ensemble cast that's just begging to die. You have like your bitch character, you have your ditzy character, you have like your blonde and your computer whiz girl. But all these girls, they weren't caricatures of themselves. They were all
they had personalities.
They all had personalities. So when they did eventually get dispatched, you were kind of like,
oh man, I like that
I
one.
kind of like that girl. Not to mention the fact that they're all naked for like half the entire beginning of the movie.
And everyone in this movie is beautiful. Everybody.
Everybody down to everybody.
Everybody's beautiful except for the killer.
There wasn't a hair out of place, a makeup missed.
The main girl, Kylie, she meets a guy. The guy likes her. And this is where it kind of turned to Halloween Resurrection on you.
It was a little Halloween Resurrection.
Where, the guy's watching it on the webcam, that's streaming it, and he's like, oh my god, I gotta warn her.
Somebody is ready to kill everybody.
It's been a nice show.
The movie it's a solid slasher flick. I mean,
And she wasn't a helpless heroine.
No, she wasn't helpless. I mean, for the most part, none of them were really helpless because they all got caught by surprise.
Yeah, most of them.
But she fought. She did good. There was nobody that was annoying.
There's not much gore, but when there is a death, it is either ridiculously funny, or it is,
I mean, there was gore in it. I mean,
not
it
as
was
much gore as
crazy,
you get in other
but
movies like this, though.
it was like in that Michael Myers-ish style of
Right,
gore.
right.
It wasn't too over the top, but there was some things. But that's mainly to do with the killer. The killer is this heavy-set guy who doesn't talk, has a blank expression on his face. Instead of, the big, hunking, lumbering killer, this guy fucking runs. He just moves so fast, and you're like, holy, you kind of get taken back by it a little bit.
Yeah, when he goes, he goes.
You're like, holy shit, that guy just fucking bolted after this girl.
And-
Faster than I've ever seen a killer move.
Yeah, he was quicker and quieter than he had any right being for that size.
Yes, true.
But he was good at it.
He was a stealthy son of a bitch because he would be in the room behind somebody. The dude would be like, "Oh my god, there's something behind you." He looked up, he's gone, and nobody even knew who he was. And he's like, "Holy shit, it must be my imagination." And then, oh, there he is again.
Yeah, he was pretty quick.
This is insane. There has to be some way to find them.
That's unique. Like, no one's death was, generic.
No, well, they didn't waste a death.
Yeah, it was barely any generic deaths. Probably one or two, maybe. But when you have 8 girls,
And once they got rolling, It was just death after death after death. This is like the perfect party movie. Like, when you have a group of friends and you're hanging out, having some drinks, this is the perfect B movie because you can interact with the movie. It's perfect. So like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Why would you not beat the guy into a pulp once you hit him in the head once? Like, it's that perfect kind of movie.
old school slasher film, and it does it right and it does it well.
This is a lot better than most movies, most of the horror movies that are in theaters now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really, from a horror standpoint, I don't have any complaints about it. Because, I mean, it's done very well. I really can't think of, besides, the plot holes and some stupid decisions made by some people, but that horror movie doesn't have it. Stupid decisions made by people. That's what makes
They
it.
need a horror movie. That's what makes it a horror movie.
It's not the slow lumbering guy with the mask that doesn't really talk and he just goes around stab. And I mean, this guy, he didn't talk because he was interacting via chats with these girls.
Right.
And I mean, you kind of even felt bad for him a little bit because they actually show his origin in the beginning of the movie, so an event happened that set him on a course to be the way he is, and that was spectacular. He had a reason for what he did.
Right.
He was wrong. He might have overreacted. But some girls can fuck a guy up. Some girls can fuck a guy up like that.
B horror movie that gets its B right.
Yeah. I would definitely give this. I'd probably give this about a B+. Besides from a few plot holes, the deaths were good, the characters were good, the killer was good. It was very well paced. There wasn't a dull moment in it.
Right. No.
Everything was interesting that was on screen. The acting was pretty good between all the characters. You like the main character. No annoying people.
I mean, I would probably give it a B+ also. I think it was really well done for what it was. Minus the plot holes or whatever, but the acting was solid. Pacing was well done.
Mm-hmm.
I think the tone of the movie was done right.
Yep, deaths were good.
Good deaths. The effects of the gore or whatever was all well done.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the cast was, it was a good cast. I mean, it didn't hurt that everyone was beautiful.
Yeah, it did not hurt.
It did not hurt at
Everyone
all.
was beautiful, and they were half naked for the beginning of the movie for the most part.
Right. I mean, everyone was, the whole first half of the movie, you had naked girls all over the movie.
All over the place, like left and right.
So
We were ready to give it A right there.
Definitely recommend renting it, watching it with friends,
Yes, a great friend movie. You need to have a group of friends to watch this movie just so you can yell and throw popcorn at the camera. Look at the girls, be like, hey, I like that one, I like that one.
The characters were well fleshed out. Nobody was bland. Everyone had character.
He's coming.
So
Excellent.
From us, it's gonna get a B+.
B+ unanimously. Watch it, and we'll see you next time.